Ross, what's your take as far as just the explosion of content around in there?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think the one thing that I've really sort of thought about in the last year since the global pandemic hit is that everyone was forced to think differently about how they can produce content moving forward. And I think that was very much accelerated since in terms of the way that various media owners, federations, clubs will look at the way that they can produce content. I mean, if you rewind to lockdown one here this time last year, a lot of sports completely stopped, as we know. And then when it did come back, a lot of people that were producing content weren't actually allowed into the stadium. So therefore, Pixellot solutions and services will become really prominent to various different federations and media owners across the world. And so we saw a massive growth in that period where actually they came to us, clubs, federations, and different people to say, look, we need to produce content. Can you install one of our Pixellot camera hardware systems and enable us to produce content automatically? Yes, you can access your mobile phone, the Pixellot mobile app, and you can add in your various assets on top, such as wipes, replays, etc. But yeah, we've very much noticed an acceleration in terms of the way that different people look at these things. And I think that the main thing coming out, we hope, coming out of the pandemic, there is kind of a shift, like you say, around budget cuts. There's a lot of reduction in terms of production costs and stuff, so on and so forth. But the other thing as well, which is quite an interesting one here in the UK, and I think it's reverberated across the world, is reducing carbon emissions with travel. So I think that's quite an important one to kind of throw in there. I think a lot of the broadcasters here in the UK, BT Sports, Sky Sports, have made a commitment to reduce carbon emissions, and that means putting less people in cars and aeroplanes and trains to produce content. And so I think with all of our sort of technologies we're speaking about today, there will be more use cases for them, because actually reducing carbon emissions is hugely important for the world.